Okay, so do a bit of modelling today. Not clothes or anything, just some accessories, I think. Lulu Lee has asked to see if we can do some work on some jewellery, which fits nice and close to the body. This is kind of the first stage in that. The second stage I'm still working on, and the third stage, getting into poser and such like, will be after that. But where I'm going to start out is in the topology room, because this is going to let me do all sorts of things. We can use the strokes brush to get our general shape. We can use our points and faces to get a line. So I'm just going to start maybe with something that starts on her arm, perhaps curls around her arm down to the wrists kind of area. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is give myself a start and end point. I'm going to use strokes, get on the front view, and I'm going to start it there. I'm going to end it there. So if I press enter now, that will give me a bit of a base to start. It doesn't matter if I want it to be closed or not, that can be adjusted later. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pick a strand, and I'm going to go around the arm and come up at the other end. And I'm going to do that with the point and face tool. So I'm going to start there. Oops. Try and keep it a bit neat. And I'm just going to gently work around until it goes where I want it to. Now I'm doing this pretty much freehand. I've got nothing in my brain telling me what to do. I'm just trying to get something going. I'm just going to curl it round, or another rotation round before I join up with the wrist. And don't worry if it's not too precise to start with, because we're going to use relax to get it a bit better, and then we'll use the move tool to make it better still. Okay, so we're kind of heading in the right direction. Oops, something's going on there. So we're getting around to where we're going to hit our, Control Z, where we're going to join up with the wrist. Whoops. There we go. One more, I think. And try and join those there. Whoops. Just not happy about that. It's getting a bit closer. I think I'm a bit too far away at the minute. So all we're going to do now to join them up is use the remove tool until it goes red, and that will join them up. And I'll just put a split on that one because I want two there. There we go. So if you notice there on the split rings tool, that's gone all the way around there, which is very good. So that sort of gives us a kind of a basic shape. And if I hit the relax tool, that will make it slightly more organic and curved. And you're not limited to that. You can go in and change it. I mean, for example, I'm not overly keen on that there. And I'll just do the same on the wrist. So as well as that, I don't really want those to be closed rings. I want them to kind of end in something. That something isn't going to be at this stage. It will be at a later stage. You know, what you could do is put a kind of a snake head on it, or you know, anything you wanted to really. So I'm just going to move those there. I'm going to delete polys and just delete as many of these as I want to before it gets to the kind of shape I want. I think that's probably about right. To move that to give it a bit of a curl into it. Let's make it a little bit smoother. Don't like things to be too angular. I want them to have sort of more of a organic feel to them, I guess. There we go. And I'll do the same at the other end. Oops. Let's move that a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to take a few of these out. Okay, so I'm going to hit relax again. Just let it tighten itself up a bit, give it a more sinuous feel. And then I think I'll subdivide. So that then is going to give me a basis for a piece of arm jewellery, kind of a, you know, a snaky, curly, organic-y kind of armlet. The only problem with this now is I don't know how to give it any depth. And depth is what it really needs to be effective. So that's why I want to move it to another stage, which I'm not going to do now because, quite frankly, I haven't perfected it yet. Normally it just goes very well, but this particular thing is causing me some trouble. But it's a good start. I mean, you could leave it as it is. Export it, import it, texture it. You could include a depth map in your texture to give it some, give it a bit of an embossed design. You could group it and use it as a figure. Although in this case, as it is now, I would be more likely to use that as a dynamic item, but to constrain all of the points. That way, while the arm moves, the points will stay more or less as they are. It will distort less, basically. You probably have less trouble with poke through and that sort of thing. But yeah, there we go. That's the kind of first stage. We'd want to kind of export that, obviously, so we could use it. And I'll, when I've worked on the next stage and know a bit more of what I'm doing, I'll come back and tell you about it. Hope that helps. Take care. Have a lovely evening.